I have this vivid memory of a night my mother and I got into a small argument during dinner. I really wanted some of the chocolate my dad had just bought for me from the grocery store, and my mom kept telling me no. You have to finish all your dinner and eat all your vegetables before you can have any dessert, she told me. But Mom, and it's time to grow up, she continued. Plus, it's almost 8:30 and time for bed. One of the reasons I can recall this memory so vividly is because it happened just last week. And still, there's one line that repeats itself in my head over and over. It's time to grow up. I've asked myself every day what that means. What does it mean it's time to grow up? Does it mean that I can't chase the ice cream truck down my street anymore and buy ice cream for my brother and I do use my own money, a whole $5. Does it mean that I can't order food off the children's menu when I go to restaurants anymore? Although that one has been more difficult lately because the waitresses just look at my beard and ask me if I really am under 12 years old. You know, my mom might be right. It could be time for me to grow up. But you might say, there's so many benefits to being young. Take, for example, just the other day I learned a new word, confiscate. Confiscate, for those of you who do not know, means take your Legos away when you haven't finished all your homework. At least that's what Junie B. Jones would say. Or, what about the 2 hours of television time I get on the weekends to watch cartoons? That's pretty cool, right? Or at least I thought. I used to think that being a grown-up just meant having to do a bunch of stuff that you didn't even want to do anyway. But while that may be true, that there are a lot of responsibilities that come with being an adult, like unloading the dishwasher, doing your own laundry, and maybe even someday down the road getting a job and paying bills and doing taxes. There's a lot of benefits to becoming an adult as well. Having a car, being able to drive wherever, whenever you want, being able to choose whether or not you stay up past 8:30. Also, grown-up menus have way more options and the portions are way bigger. Who would have known? Our capacity for knowledge and learning broadens, and it excites me to be able to teach those younger than me the things I learned when I was their age. You have brains in your head. You have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself in any direction you choose. You're on your own and you know what you know. And you are the guy who'll decide where you go. You'll look up and down streets, look them over with care. About some you will say, I don't care to go there. With your head full of brains and your shoes full of feet. You're too smart to go down any not so good street. And you may not find any you'll want to go down. In that case, of course, you'll head straight out of town. A great verse, Dr. Seuss tells us, and is appropriately titled, Oh, the Places You'll Go book. He shows us how much we've learned in our days of youth, including to see a dentist if we have an ache in our tooth. He shows us that saying goodbye to youth and hello to adulthood, that we're able to make big boy decisions just as an adult should. So yes, I guess my mother is right. It is time to grow up. Time to say farewell to youth. Remember it fondly and let it go on its way. Let it guide those who need its help, as the rest of us recall the lessons we learned and the memories we made, while we look forward to learning new lessons and making new memories in adulthood.